two men are approaching each other. The first one says, "You used to bring hope." The second says, "I bring justice." The man replies back to the second man, "Justice is blind, not heartless." Funny enough, that line comes from not scripture, but in Justice 2, when Dr. Fate fights Superman. So, in recent events, the Parkland shooter has been saved from death by a juror or three. There's been mixed reporting on that. However, I am actually really happy that he has been saved. For many reasons, and I'm getting into them about why I was actually against the death penalty. One thing that I just wanted to say as a disclaimer, because I kind of have to say this or else people are going to say something, is that I do think that he is guilty of his crimes and he should be punished for it. With that out of the way, continue. And even so, I was actually against it way before I was even Catholic. So when I was taking Comp 2, it was a whole lot of law and crime. And so I actually had to think about this with the death penalty pretty hard. And I thought of a few reasons why to just get rid of it. Which was, so you have the man, he's caught for the crime. He's in jail for the rest of his life. And you get free. So you can live your life without having to worry about him. Another option, and then another reason was the state executes the prisoner. But who consists of the state? Well, that's you and I. So theoretically, by extension, we're kind of pushing in the needle. And then, of course, I became Catholic, so I got another resources to pull from. So I actually looked in the Catechism, looked through the in-text, found death penalty, was like, what are these numbers? Found it, and so at 2226 and 2227, it talks about the death penalty and what the church actually believes. I'm going to be using a lot of 27, though. Because basically what it says is the church does not allow the death penalty except for extreme cases. Such extreme cases would be, say, the Joker, who consistently breaks out of Arkham City. Asylum. And so that makes sense. You know, he's going to get out, he's going to create more harm. But for an average Joe, he's just going to be in prison for the rest of his life. And that's all he's going to do. He's just going to be in prison. So we can mitigate the fact that he's not going to pose a harm to anyone anymore. And then, of course, you know, we have to get another reason. Conversion. You know, right now, like the Parkland guy, he is dealing with a lot of guilt, potentially. You know, I don't know, obviously. I'm not in his mind. But the reason why you give people time is so they can convert. You know, there's thousands of saints, there's hundreds of present-day Christians who need time to actually change. Hell, I'm one of them. I converted more than, 2-ish, working into 3. I needed time. And, you know, the last thing I'll say on this, you know, it's like, if we're going to give up on the fact that even the worst of us can change, then why would we want to give up? Like, if we give up on our worst, then what's that say about us? Because I can't give up on him, or else I risk losing hope in myself. And finally, that's all I really have. But one thing, to my Republican brethren who are either Republicans, conservatives, or just pro-life, at the risk of sounding like a Democrat, You can't be pro-life and advocate for the death of a man. Pure and simple. Theology Matters, out.